Thank you, Dark and Dravyn, for your stupendous work.
See what you did there.
I like to remind everybody about the YouTube memberships. $1.99 a month gets you almost everything you need. It gets you the membership only videos, gets you the merch at cost. We just got a new merch store for the members only merch. And I ordered something on Friday, and delivery is expected by Friday. So we're talking a week turnaround to get your shit. Crazy. Checking the quality, it's going to be dope. We do have a $4.99 tier. That includes like a monthly Zoom call and some other personalized communication stuff. But pretty much everything you need is at $1.99 a month. Get it while it's hot. We'd love to have you.
Please do. I need ice packs for my bowls.
Bulls.
My bowls.
Elwood.
Dude, you in the fuck. You're as bad as a fucking child sitting in the same room texting you. Does that not fucking bother you? Side note, does that not fucking bother you?
When they're texting each other.
They're like 10 feet apart from each other. They won't even speak. They'd rather text.
Yeah, I don't get
it. I can't. I fucking can't.
Nope. Can't. What you got next, Tigger?
Fucker.
Well, over the weekend, we heard the news that there was more WWE releases, and unfortunately, it was some of our personal favorites: R-Truth, Carlito, and also Valhalla was added to the list a few hours after that. Turns out, some reports are saying this decision was made by Triple H due to budget cuts, with speculation being that this has to do with the recent NXT call-ups. There's been a lot of support from fans and other WWE wrestlers about this. They're pretty upset that R-Truth and Carlito and also Valhalla are leaving the company, unfortunately. But the fans are blaming Triple H. They're blaming TKO. They are saying that TKO doesn't care about the product. They just care about money. And some fans are even concerned as to like where the company is heading to, like the direction that the company's heading to with releasing some of these people. But what were your guys' thoughts when you guys first heard about R-Truth and Carlito and Valhalla getting released?
Well, we talked about it on our Sunday show when he first made his post. You were with us, and I thought it was just like R-Truth being R-Truth. Like I thought the whole game was him thinking that it's April 1st instead of June 1st, and he was making a joke. Turns out I was wrong. Turns out I was quite wrong.
Yeah.
And it's a turn. Yeah, I guess. I guess you'll tell us a little more about some of the decision making by Triple H, but it's a fucking shock. Like apparently, we saw later that they had offered him a new deal.
It's been reported. That's not been confirmed.
No.
No, that has not been confirmed. It's just been reported by somebody on the up and up.
Oh, okay.
Jonathan Coachman. No, that came from Jonathan Coachman, who said he overheard someone say that WWE offered R-Truth a new contract with far less money, which R-Truth turned down. But it's just rumors.
I mean, he's been doing this, 26 years at this point? If there's one thing Ron knows how to do, it's know his worth. He knows his worth, and he's put in the work, and if he feels like he's not getting compensated accordingly, I mean, let's also remember he's also a successful music artist. He just released his newest album with country music on it. Not bad, I ain't gonna lie. Ain't my first thing I think Ron Killings would fucking do, but I mean, he has all these outside ventures. He does voice acting, he does CG animation and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's not like he's ever going to be hurting for fucking money. He's been in WWE since 2008. Before that, he worked TNA from like 2002 to 2007, and before that, he was in WWF as a K Quick. So I mean, he's got money, so that's not the issue. I think this boils down to pride. Like,
Maybe.
let's play hypothetical. Your boss comes to you, wants to re-sign you for a third of what you're currently been offered. Yeah, he's going to tell her to fuck off, right?
Yep.
Same thing here. Know your fucking worth, and I think that's what it is with R-Truth. As far as TKO having that business mind of it being about money, yeah, that's what they're supposed to fucking do. I mean, they're supposed to make the fucking hard choices. And if it did come from Triple H, I'm sure there's a fucking good reason why. Hunter wouldn't let somebody like that go unless there's a fucking decent reason why.
Well, according to what Edgar just said, it was to free up room for his NXT call-ups.
Mm-hmm. So why wouldn't he get rid of someone like Akira Tozawa?
Right. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's my whole thing. Like, there's got to be more than just budget involved as far as R-Truth. Now, as far as Carlito goes, we talked about this like 4 or 5 weeks ago. His contract was like $900,000
Yeah.
for sitting
For
in the
doing
background playing
nothing.
PlayStation, bitching about his DLC.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was.
So that I understood. Valhalla hasn't been on fucking TV in months since the War Raiders, or whatever the fuck they're called now, fucking went back to like the more realistic, down to earth version of themselves. So it made no sense for her to stay on fucking contract. I mean, shit. So 2 of them make sense.
Yeah.
R-Truth, I think there's more than just a budget reason. To me, I think it's pride. Because if it was strictly a budget reason, there's a whole fuck ton of active roster people they could have cut for those call-ups. So,
Yeah. I don't know. I wish more of the story would come out. It's just.
time will tell.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
I mean, I'm probably the only person that was not shocked about this at all, especially if R-Truth was getting anywhere near the amount of money that Carlito was. For the amount of TV time that he was getting, for the amount of matches he was getting, he was pretty much just doing backstage segments for the most part anyway.
Yeah, but
That and
R-Truth is more than just an on-air personality. Like, he's an ambassador. People love him outside of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was a goodwill type talent. So I still Carlito for sure. Valhalla, fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get the Truth one.
Truth is going to be this decade's CM Punk release. You watch. For the next 6 months, you're going to hear what's up, we want truth, R-Truth. Like, anything that has an R-Truth chant, you're going to hear that for the next 6 months, if not longer.
I give it a month.
I know. I give it a lot longer than that, because this is one of those. This talent's
Dude was
been there.
in his-
This talent's been there since a lot of people, adults, were children.
Yeah.
Like, they grew up with this, man. This is almost like if Undertaker got released in 2006 for me. Like, that level of outrage.
Dude is in his 50s. Like,
So
come on, let's be for
fucking what?
real.
And he works better than 90% of that fucking roster.
Like, do you want him to get that Chris Jericho contract where he's going to be signed until he's like 65 or something?
Why not? He can fucking work better than Chris Jericho.
Or what?
Because he's a reliable talent, unlike Chris fucking Jericho.
Yeah, he's reliable.
He's
over as fuck.
And he's only ever been injured one time in his entire WWE tenure. And that was that one knee injury he got on NXT that took him out for a year. Other than that, he's never been injured. He's never missed a day of fucking work. He's always been one of the most reliable fucking talents on the roster.
Kind of hard to get injured if you never fucking wrestle.
He wrestles a lot more than you give him credit for.
Mm-hmm. And he just fucking main evented
Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
Not to mention, they
I
just had him in
love
a very
R-Truth.
prominent position on SmackDown this past week.
Right.
I love R-Truth. I was so excited for him when he faced John Cena. And I was surprised that he got to wrestle Jeff Cobb. I'm like, holy shit, we're going to see R-Truth wrestle twice in 1 month? That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, his time is over. He had a great run. Like,
You watch. He'll be back in 6 months. You watch.
Well, there's a few more things here when it comes to this. Right after the announcement of our Truth and Carlita and Valhalla being not released, release isn't the right word. Their contracts weren't going to get renewed. The Miz and Gunther removed all of their mentions of WWE from their Twitter accounts, which
Mm-hmm.
raised a lot of flags. You know, wrestling fans were speculating a lot of things. It turns out that I don't know about Gunther, but it turns out that the Miz, his contract is up the end of this year. So is Karrion Cross and Dragon Lee. So Brian Alvarez, he's reported that there's going to be more releases coming soon. No names have been confirmed, but as of now, those three names, their contracts expire in 2025. Um,
It would absolutely be crazy that if the Miz is not there anymore.
Yeah.
Like we've seen Carrion be cut before,
Mm-hmm.
but they have him propped for something going on coming up soon. They
Yep.
have him
Him
like
and Sammy's about to
positioned.
go into it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know why they would cut him, but the Miz not being in WWE, that's like,
It
I
almost doesn't
mean,
seem
he's been
natural.
there forever.
20-something years.
It
And it's another one of those talents that a lot of people literally grew up watching, hating, and loving.
yeah. So I don't
well,
get
they
it.
mentioned something about the Miz filming like some TV show or something on Friday Night SmackDown.
Okay, plenty of fucking workers have filmed TV shows. I mean, all they gotta do is show up at TV. They ain't got to do the live events.
Well, he's hosting a new game show, isn't he? Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, as long as the recording schedule
Oh no
isn't on
no.
Friday,
New American Gladiators. He's hosting that.
still technically a game.
That
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
the timing of that too is kind of interesting if you think about it. If his contract expires the end of this year and he goes off and he does that TV show,
Well, here's
maybe
the thing. There's
WWE is
always
like,
been three talents, and this is me a couple years ago. There's always been three talents that I never thought would get released: Truth, Ziggler, and The Miz. Obviously, I'm fucking one for three right now.
mhm.
So at this point, it would not shock me if they do. It would just be kind of outrageous because, again, like with Truth, he is an ambassador. He is a goodwill participant. He is one of the longest tenured. He is one of those that are injury free. He's one of those that always show up to work. He's one of those that are always fucking reliable.
Right.
Now, if you need to cut him a little bit on funds, negotiate that shit. Just don't come out and be like, "Hey, we're going to give you a third of what we're paying you now." Yeah, no, you're going to fucking lose a lot of people doing that.
Yeah. A lot of people.
Go
Because
to
there's a competitor now.
go to fucking Roman Reigns and say, "Hey, we want you to do this, but for only $800,000." That motherfucker makes $12 million for his contract.
And now there's another game in town that could pay him that much.
Yeah, but Roman wouldn't fit in W. You know that.
Bobby Lashley fits in. Roman could.
Hmm. I don't think so. I think once Roman's like done with WWE, he's just
He's trying to break into Hollywood, but I don't know how well that's going to.
go watch Hobbs and Shaw. It wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Just saying, his performance was not as good as he made it out to be.
now if they end up not renewing Karrion Cross's contract, that's when people are going to start rioting. People are already pissed off about the fact that he wasn't even in a Money in the Bank qualifying match and how Chad Gable, well, not Chad Gable, but El Grande Americano was in it. Chad Gable was in another one, but Karrion Cross didn't get out one match. And then his contract is at the end of this year too.
You know the good thing about Cross right now is that he's in 100% control of his fucking narrative because he's mastered using social media.
Mm-hmm.
I sent it to you. I think I sent it to Edgar. I'm not sure. He recorded everything down to the T of a documentary of his WrestleMania weekend. And it's very enlightening. I do implore anybody that is a fan of Karrion Cross, or even if you're not, if you're just a fan of wanting to know how a life of a professional wrestler goes that's made it big, go watch that. because it covers his GCW run, it covers him showing up at WrestleMania, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It covers before Mania, it covers the day after Mania, all that good shit. Fucking phenomenal piece. On top of that, he's now become a best-selling author. His fucking books just came out. He's fucking doing great. He knows how to get to his targeted audience through his social media platforms. I know this because 9 times out of 10, I open my social media, especially Instagram. He's one of the first 3 that pops up. So he's in complete control of his narrative. So even if he gets released, he's going to have no issue getting re-signed somewhere else. Or if he wants to play the indie game like Cardona does, he has no issue doing that. He knows how to do it. It's not his first rodeo. So would it hurt me? Yes, because I'm a huge fan of Cross, and I think they can use him a lot better. But I think he can do just as well, if not better, being unsigned. As far as everyone else, I can give a fuck less. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't fucking care. Fucking don't renew their contracts. Fuck it.
Right.
To me, Cross can be that monster heel that they need for the next 5 years.
Good. Yeah,
They just got to book it right.
And he's an H guy. I don't know why he's not done more the second run.
Technically, I'd call this his third run.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about it. He did a little run with the Final Testament, disappeared for a while. Now he's back doing these backstage segments and a couple matches here and there. But when he has fucking matches, they're being talked about.
Yeah, that tag team match he did with AJ was amazing.
Mm-hmm. He did a one-on-one match on Main Event that got released on YouTube in its entirety. When's the last time they released a full Main Event match?
Yeah.
I think it was with Akira Tozawa, and he
can
fucking rocked
go,
it.
Man. He can go, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's like NXT booked him perfectly, and now the guy who was head of NXT can't book him. Like I don't get it.
I don't know.
Yep.
But I have
much.
full faith in Cross, period. No
Yeah.
matter what he does or where he goes.
Do we have any more? Oh, we got another story or two. Let's throw it to a commercial, and we will be right back.